Well, good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Vicki. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, wanted to touch base on, kind of a couple levels. Number one, I know a lot of people have met you, but you've kind of taken over in our area for Vince. So, just wanted to make sure people realize that it's Lisa now as our contact, and Vince is still there, but you're spending time in Big Stone County. Actually, you have a cabin here in Big Stone County, don't you?
Correct. So summers on Big Stone are my favorite place to be.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, today I kind of wanted to talk about the Blandon grant, and that was the Big Stone Area Growth grant request. You wrote the grant for Blandon. And if you want to kind of touch base on how much money that brought in and maybe talk about some highlights of the projects that we're working on. There's been 2 rounds, and so the first round is underway with some back orders. But if you want to just kind of touch on that, that would be great.
Sure. Well, we had the opportunity to apply for it's the Blandon Broadband Communities Program. And when the opportunity first came about, I think people kind of wondered, well, why would we apply for a broadband grant when we are in the top 10 in the state of Minnesota for broadband coverage? And the unique thing about the grant is that it not only works with cities and counties maybe that are struggling with broadband and the connectivity piece, but it also allows the opportunity for us to really look at how can we use the good broadband that we have and increase technology opportunities within our county. So that's really the focus that we have taken, is that how to use this great broadband and increase the opportunity to connect our residents and our businesses to the technology that's out there. And so it's a $75,000 grant. We have projects that are going to be happening in a couple different phases. I think one of the most exciting projects that'll come out of the first phase are our community smart rooms. And so we are going to have smart rooms in multiple locations throughout the county. Some of the locations will be the Ortonville Community Center and Fire Hall. We've got the Graceville Community Center, the Clinton Memorial Building, and the Beardsley Fire Hall. And so this is a really unique opportunity that our local units of government, community groups, and just residents in general will be able to use this technology for trainings that they want to take, for meetings. It's a way to connect if you've got consultants or people you're working with out of the Twin Cities, and travel time and distance and those costs are kind of a barrier. And you can be able to easily connect with people remotely, throughout the state and country. And so it's just a really neat opportunity to connect our residents that way. And then a couple of the other things that we've done is we did a business training, and you were a big part in putting that together. And that was a really unique way that we could provide an online opportunity to show our businesses, how they can really take some of their sales and businesses to the next level and provide online sales opportunities so that they can sell beyond just in Big Stone County. And so as we've seen Amazon and other online platforms really take off during COVID, we want to ensure that our business communities understand that if it's right for them, there's some really great platforms that exist for them to be able to sell their products out there. And then we've also been working closely with the Veterans Service Office and for them to be able to connect veterans better to technology. We see more and more that types of programs are available online. And so really connecting them to how they can better access the technology. So those are a couple of our phase 1 projects that we're doing.
Yeah, they've been fun working on. And, a lot of people on the committees and things, kind of pulling it together. So you get to kind of pull us all together and make sure we're online with what we're supposed to be doing through this process. But I think it's been working out really well.
I think it has too. And people may wonder, well, how did you come up with these project ideas? How did that come to be? And what we did is last fall, we did a couple of different community engagement sessions. You did a great job promoting that on MNbump, and we put the information in the newspapers and connected with community organizations and invited them to participate in the process. And from that, some of these ideas were generated through that process. And then we had smaller working groups then that really kind of dove into it. And some of the initial ideas the more we research them, we determine maybe they weren't a high need within the county. And that's okay. Like that's what this process is about, is figuring out what makes sense. And so not ideas maybe go forward, but we've really had some good projects come out of it. And now we're looking at our phase 2 projects, which were actually just approved by Blandon this week. And some of the ideas that we're going to be working on there is, and this really relates to workforce development too, is increasing STEM opportunities within our county. So STEM, I think most people know what that is, but science, technology, engineering, and math, and really helping our young residents within our county gain the skills through STEM. And so we've got a couple partnerships going. One is with the CGB school district to implement STEM into the classroom. And then the other one, which really kind of provides us this broad countywide coverage, is partnering with the 4-H program. And they've got some really neat things they're looking to do with a STEM career day, some STEM day camps, after school programming. So again, how can we really work with our youth and our young adults within our community and build some of those skills that our employers and future workforce are going to need?
Yeah, that is awesome. So when you're looking at these projects and working forward, and I know you work with our businesses at a lot of different levels. Are you planning on using any of the technologies for meetings, or are you still planning on, being here in person? Because you're in person all over the county and meeting one-on-one with people. Has that been working out well? Would you be using some of the technology, or?
Absolutely. And my take on it is I really want to do what the person in the business is comfortable doing. So, and you have that same experience, that we want to come to what the business needs. And so for some of our clients and people looking to, locate within Big Stone County or grow their business, they don't mind hopping on a Zoom call to kind of have that meeting and go through stuff. And others may want more of kind of that one-on-one meeting. But absolutely, I think it's a great way and for us to connect again with people within our county, but then also, if we have a business, say, that's located in the Twin Cities and is interested in what we can offer here in Big Stone County, that's a great way that we'll be able to maybe use some of these community smart rooms. If they want to have meetings that include us and the mayor and, other folks that might be interested in that business, I think it's going to be a great way that connects us.
Yep, I do too. I mean, it's just on so many different levels that equipment will work out well. Yeah, a shout out to Matt with Big Stone County. He's really been putting the tech things together, and it sounds like there's a little bit of back order, like we all hear on every level for some of that equipment, but he's really been putting that together nicely. So
it's been vital to have Matt's expertise from the technology standpoint, because I will use the technology, but the equipment side, I have no idea what's needed to kind of put all of this together. So he's been instrumental in helping us figure out, what's workable for our county and what we need to accomplish our goals. And you're correct, we have faced some, supply chain shortages and delays and some of that. So the community smart rooms are not yet up and running, but we hope that that'll be, in the near future, maybe late summer, early fall. So again, stay tuned for that. And we'll be doing more publicity of this too, as those rooms get ready to go, and make sure we're covering that information in the newspaper and putting it out there on MNbump as well, to get the word out as these initiatives happen. So.
Well, and in closing, if you'd like to just kind of take a second and besides grant writing, what are some of the things that you do for Big Stone area growth, so that people know, what they can contact you for, and, just connect?
Absolutely. Well, with Big Stone area growth, I would say our number one priority is economic development. And so anyone that is interested in expanding a business into Big Stone County, that is an existing business that's looking to grow, starting up new businesses, a lot of our inquiries lately, and I've seen this, and I think you have as well, is, we have people that are looking to retire and transition out of their business and kind of looking for that next generation to step in and take over the business. So working on a lot of those transitions, which is really important because we want to maintain our business community that we have. And as part of that, Big Stone Area Growth does offer a revolving loan fund. So we are a gap financer. People still have to go to their primary lenders and work with them to get a loan, but we help come in for any of the gaps in financing that they may have. And then our other work is again, we work in a variety of areas that people may not think of as economic development, but are so important for our business community. And so things, topics again, like broadband and technology are important for our business community, but also areas such as childcare, housing, all of those, workforce development, how we prepare our future workforce. And, many employers right now are scrambling to find employees. And so how we help connect, people to the job opportunities, which we're really working hard on MNbump to do. And so, economic development has become so much more than just working with businesses on their needs and their financing needs, but really ensuring that all that other infrastructure is in place that helps them succeed.
Yep. Well, thanks for coming on with me today, and we'll get this out. I'll put your contact information on here so people will know how to get a hold of you, although you've already been working with quite a few in the county that already know you. But thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Vicki.